Hi there again, everyone. Welcome to Life in Spite of. My name is Sean. In case you look around, another room looks a little shambles behind me. That's because I am on vacation with my family. Now, if you told me 6 months ago that I'd be on vacation, I would have told you you're out of your mind. I would have had a difficult time telling you you're out of your mind because my world was basically spinning and I was basically disabled from Meniere's disease. Or disabled by Meniere's disease, I should really say. It was a really rough road. If you've seen any of my other videos, I suffer from Meniere's disease, which is an inner ear disorder. And it's been tough. It's been a tough road. I found a way to turn a very potentially negative thing in my life into a positive. So this video is really going to be about vacationing on Meniere's disease. I'm going to the beach for a week this week, and then next week I'm going to be in Disney World. For some people that sounds like an awful idea, but I have a wife, I have 2 young children, and it's both of those vacations are really kid-centered, and doing a family thing, and I absolutely love it. I mean, I love the family. I put them above and beyond anything else. It's been a lot of fun, but what I want to share with you is, first I want to talk about the vacation I'm on right now, and then I'll get into the second vacation. But the first one I'm going on is we rented a house down the shore and spending a week down here. With Meniere's disease, traditionally, depending on where you are and depending on what kind of treatment options you're using, I am taking into account that most likely if you suffer from Meniere's disease, you already got the appropriate diagnosis, you've had the diagnostic text, you're working with a whatever kind of specialist or professional to make sure that either you're on the appropriate medications, that your diet's where it needs to be, or even if all of that isn't 100% and you're still in the process of figuring some of it out, that doesn't mean that your life needs to come to a screeching halt. And that was one of the most difficult things for me to learn. Right? When I was diagnosed with Meniere's disease and when I was going through all the symptoms, my life just hit the brakes and everything stopped short. Everything. I had to learn to let those things back in. I had to learn that in spite of, life goes on in spite of how you're feeling. Now, that's not to say bury it away and hide it. What that means is accept it and share with the folks around you. Listen, if you're on vacation with your family or friends, they're important to you and you're important to them. I can go over specific, communication recommendations, but let them know how you're feeling. Don't give them a list, but you can say, listen, I'm a little uneasy, or I'm a little, or I'm dizzy today, or, the Meniere's is really bothering me today. Probably going to, a carnival down there or a boardwalk or whatever might not be the best of idea. Let's just go to the beach and chill out today, and we'll take a seat so I'll be a little bit more comfortable. Can you please help me? Walking on sand can be difficult. Do you mind helping me out? It's nothing to be ashamed of. You can still do those things. What I learned was, if I'm feeling lightheaded, or I was feeling a little bit of vertigo, or I was feeling off. Now, if I'm talking, if you're experiencing heavy symptoms, this might not be the best of ideas. But if it's something that you're not feeling 100%, but you're not in a really, really terrible place, you can be a little bit uncomfortable sitting in your room, or you could be a little bit uncomfortable sitting on a beach. Preferably, I had to push myself out of the room onto the beach. And to be honest with you, I am so happy that I'm there. Because today I was sitting there, in case you can't see, I got a little bit of color, probably too much color. I'm sure I'm going to be hurting later, but I was sitting at the beach and I wasn't feeling 100%. But you know what's happening? My kids were digging ginormous holes and burying themselves in front of me. I was having a nice conversation with my wife. The weather was supposed to be rainy all day. It turned out to be an absolutely gorgeous day. It was a really great experience that 6 months ago, 8 months ago, I literally thought I would never have again. So please, don't be discouraged by what you have. Please don't be discouraged. If you're not where I am, and you may be a few months behind me, because it took me a while to get here, a few months behind me, just please understand that where you are right now is temporary. You will get to where I am. Ideally, you'll surpass where I am. But we can get there together, and it's a step process. So if you're not quite where I am, please remember, nothing is forever. You will get there. If you're where I am, and you're still sitting at home, please, I encourage you to safely and appropriately try something. Take your friends, take your family, get out of the house, go on vacation, go someplace you've never been, or go someplace that you used to love to go to. And if you're ahead of me, good for you. Take advantage of it, and maybe share with others your wonderful experiences, and maybe share with us. So thank you for your time. Be well. We'll talk again soon. Thanks.